Hello and welcome to Our Kids, brought to you by the Jefferson County Public Schools. Thanks for joining us as we kick off a brand new season with stories that showcase our kids. We have stories about teen debaters, elementary age history buffs, and these stories from our high school student correspondents.
Getting a hands-on experience with cars is something most high schools don't have to offer. But here at Southern High School, these students get a unique opportunity.
Elementary students are getting a head start on the road and developing safety habits in a fun, unique way of their own.
Students and teachers were excited to come back to school. Here's a look back at the first day.
Good morning. Good morning.
I feel excited. I feel like I'm going to learn something new.
Hi, welcome back. You know your homeroom? Okay, fantastic.
We're very excited about the first day back to school. We worked very hard to prepare for today, and there's a buzz in the air about back to school this year as we're focusing on student achievement and the results that we're going to accomplish in the new school year.
All right, you're going 307. 8th grade. The steering wheel here.
Keep your grades up and keep your head on your shoulders.
First day of school.
I want the kids to feel welcomed in their school. I want them to feel that this is their place of learning because we know that the kids need to make a connection to their school from the very first day.
Good morning. Put your cards in your pocket so you don't lose it. All right. Another one down.
The kids are excited. They're bundled down with all their supplies. You can tell a 6th grader from an 8th grader with a look in the eye. They're a little anxious and nervous, and the 8th graders are full of confidence.
Yeah, great year, okay?
It's the first day of school.
Good morning, Oklahoma scholars. Welcome back. We are so excited to see your beautiful faces this morning.
Today is the first day at Oklahoma Elementary.
Good morning. I'm the superintendent. It's nice to meet you.
Well, I had to get up, get dressed, eat breakfast, and brush my teeth.
We're expecting a lot of great things this year. The teachers are excited. We have several new teachers in our building this year. Our building looks fantastic. Everybody's ready to go. We're ready for the kids. We have just our goal with getting everybody prepared. All students graduate prepared. The teachers are aware of our new mission for the district, and they're excited about this opportunity with implementing Common Core standards and all the tough work, but the excitement that the first day brings, we can't wait to see their faces this year. Have you had a good summer? The energy is great, and then having the kids here, it's just what I've been waiting for all summer. There's nothing like the first day of school.
Have you heard about Everyone Learns? If you haven't, you will now. It's a new district initiative to give students opportunities to continue their learning outside of the classroom.
Aaron answered over 4,000 questions this year on Study Island.
The fact is that for educators, time is really important, and we know that learning never ends. The reason we're here today is to ensure that students can extend learning time even though they're not in the classroom, and do so in a fun, engaging way.
The name of the program is Study Island, and I like to do math and reading and science. Math, reading, science, social studies.
Darren's here today because he has logged on over 4,900 minutes to work on Success Maker reading.
Everyone Learns is a multifaceted community partnership that gives students the opportunity to participate in important educational and enrichment opportunities. The first facet begins with 2 extended learning programs called Study Island and Success Maker.
One more question.
Study Island is an online program that offers students instruction, review, and practice to help them master grade-level state standards in a user-driven format. It is a self-study program guided by students for students in grade 3 through 12.
Success Maker is where you log in, do some math and reading.
That's a great thing for kids because it's additional minutes attached to what they're already doing in instruction in their classroom, applying those skills in reading and math to build on the skills that they already have in order to be stronger learners for the following year.
It teaches me like to know English, to do stuff, to do math, to know science.
One of the great features of these programs is that the district and teachers can track student progress and can use this knowledge to develop further interventions or to tailor further instruction.
I just like assessment because I'll be a better student. And like, if you like go more and know more, like that. It really helps me in my other classes. My favorite thing is assessment because math. I love to do math.
Soccer, band, martial arts are all popular summertime camps, but these kids preferred a Chinese camp where they were immersed in the language and culture.
你好，我叫任伟文。我喜欢看书，你是6岁了。我是美国人，我爱中国。
我14岁，我是美国人。
长裤，长裤。
Well, we're holding our summer program called Star Talk. It's designed to increase the number of interested learners in critical needs languages, Mandarin being one of those.
I'm here so I can learn Chinese because in the future I kind of want to be in international business, and so I think this is really helpful since all the business in China right now.
I wanted to do it because I'm really into languages, and in college I want to take linguistics, and so I want to like dabble in all different languages a little bit.
The students are put into an immersive, intensive language environment in which they do not speak English. The teachers do not speak English, so they're put in a position where they have to learn the language very quickly.
It's a lot harder when you're older to learn Chinese, so getting started at a younger age is going to be the most helpful and most beneficial for me.
We try to make sure that when they're learning the language, they're also getting knowledge about the culture.
I learned about like how it is in China, and like traffic, and the buildings, and what type of food they eat, like hot pot and stuff like that.
If you look at the current environment, for example, with China, it's growing so much economically, but it also offers a lot of other challenges. And the hope is that these students will find an interest in Mandarin and Chinese language and the culture as well, so that as we move forward into the future, they're going to be prepared for a global environment that's going to be very different than what we see today.
I was interested in learning Chinese because I'll be going into international business at Atherton, and Chinese is a major language for people who do that.
We try to use a lot of objects, props.
Most challenging would probably be learning the characters, since there's not an alphabet, so you have to learn a different character for each word.
If they travel to China, they should be able to survive by communicating with local people.
I'm able to say like what I like to do. I know how to introduce myself if someone asks me.
We don't just want to give them just an introduction. We want to make sure that they get really high-level instruction and that they actually do learn or attain a level of Mandarin language skill that's equivalent to a semester's worth of college Mandarin.
For more than a decade, Safety City has taught young students how to be safe riding their bicycles, crossing the street, or in dangerous situations. Courtney Heaton tagged along when McFerrin Preparatory Academy students visited the mini-town.
Elementary students are getting a head start on the road and developing safety habits in a fun, unique way of their own. Safety City is located behind Bates Elementary School on Bardstown Road. It is sponsored through Jefferson County Public Schools and Cosair Children's Hospital. For more than a decade, 2nd and 3rd grade students have visited Safety City for a full day of lessons in bicycle, pedestrian, and traffic safety. Throughout the day, they work with the retired police officer FELICIA Brown and Robin Brink.
So many children are injured with different injuries that we see that are preventable. And so we want to teach them how not to end up in the hospital.
Retired Officer FELICIA Brown and Robin Brink starts each Safety City session in the classroom with hands-on activities and videos. Students learn about 911, bus and railroad safety, seatbelt use, stranger danger, and more.
I think that one of the important things that I think they teach at Safety City is with the strangers and stranger danger and how to get away from people who maybe they shouldn't be around, and also that they would learn to protect themselves with helmets and stuff when they're riding their bikes so that they can stay safe and they know the way to protect themselves.
Once they've learned everything step by step in the classroom, the students go outside and practice much of the things they learn. They drive battery-powered mini cars and ride bicycles through a miniature town which contains a hospital, school, fire station, and other small buildings. It also has stop signs and a street light for the students. Students at McFerrin Elementary talk about their experience at Safety City.
It's fun because you get to drive really good and you drive safe, and that's why it's called Safety City. That safety is very important so you know what you're doing.
Students are learning safety habits that will not only help them now, but as they grow up. For our kids, I'm Fern Creek correspondent COURTNEY HEATON.
How did our kids stay busy this summer? Find out after the break. Stay with us. In this Student Spotlight, Ben JACKEY introduces us to a young man whose micro-society project became bigger than even he imagined.
Imagine taking your favorite activity at home and bringing it to school every day. Well, that's what one student here at Indian Trail Elementary did, and unknowingly landed his school a first-of-its-kind program.
And my dad actually got me started in bikes.
It's more than a hobby, it's a passion.
But when I'm on a bike, it's like a whole nother world. You don't know what's gonna happen, you don't know. You just gotta believe in your bike.
Shelby does more than ride, he repairs. And he opened a little bike shop at the corner of his dad's garage. After school, you can find him checking chains, tire pressure, and tinkering from wheel to wheel. But like any entrepreneur, Shelby looked to expand his business.
Last year, I was like, Mrs. Jessie, can I please have a bike shop? And she's like, whoa, and she's like, she didn't know what to say.
Hey, we're gonna do some testing today, all right, everybody?
This is something that Shelby does outside of school, so like in all businesses, it was a natural extension for him to come in and start a bike shop here at Indian Trail.
Shelby's shop is at Indian Trail Elementary's Micro-Society program. In the Micro-Society, students have elected officials, laws, and businesses. It's like the real world, only smaller. Except Shelby's business at school is actually much bigger than his original bike shop, because it just so happened that Rolf EISINGER had a startup program of his own.
We got a request from Indian Trail about bicycle helmets, and I was thinking, wow, somebody's asking for bike helmets. I wonder why they need bike helmets, because we're looking for a school to implement this pilot program, and it just seemed like a natural fit.
And with that, Metro government's first youth cycling safety program began.
Before this program, probably none of them wore a helmet before, so hopefully after this program, they know the importance of a helmet.
Remember, let them know behind you, you're stopping.
Stop.
But before some could learn how to ride safely, they had to learn how to ride, and Shelby was willing to help.
He started holding me for I couldn't fall, you know, break my teeth, hurt my chin and all that.
I told her, you know, just get going, believe in yourself.
He's very patient, and he encouraged me just be calm and relax and just pedal.
And she was excited, and she rode all the way. She started riding that day too, and it only took me about 30 minutes. It was crazy.
And he is totally in charge. He tells people what they need to be doing. You know, they need to listen. He's just an amazing kid.
Shelby, you get an A, dude. Outstanding. Good job, man. Good.
When I heard about a student here at Indian Trail requesting to start up a bike shop and teach his fellow students not only how to fix their bicycles, but also teach them how to ride safely on the roads and everything, that was amazing. Being that I've gone to different national conferences and I've never heard of a student pushing for this. I mean, how innovative is that? Way to go, Shelby. Nice job.
The safety portion of Shelby's venture has come to an end, but the lessons live on. He says he's proud knowing that what's been a passion in his life may help save the lives of others in the future.
I'm gonna try to make a bike shop, make a difference in the world. You know how they say, if you got a good job, you never work a day in your life, and it's true. Because I love working on bikes, and it feels like I never work.
Third grade students from Fern Creek Elementary got a hands-on lesson in history at the Farnsley-Moreman house. They toured the grounds and took part in an archaeological dig. Let's see what they dug up.
I want to welcome all of you to Riverside, the Farnsley-Moreman Landing. You're at the site of what used to be a working farm back in the 1800s. Today, it's a historic house museum and historic park, and it's dedicated to teaching people about what life was like when this was a working farm. So one of the things you're going to get to do today as part of a smaller group is you're going to get a chance to tour the farmhouse.
This, of course, is the house we come to see, right? Just the front door he's closing. That's been there since the 1830s.
That house has been named the Farnsley-Moreman house. That's what we call it today. And we've named it that for two families that lived there at two different times back in the 1800s. And the first floor of the house is dedicated to the interpretation of the builder's time frame, Gabriel Farnsley.
We walked around and we looked at stuff and touched it.
Another activity is going to be to participate in an archaeology dig with professional archaeologists under their supervision.
We do two things when we do archaeology in the field. We dig and we sift.
We get like a chunk of dirt and then we put it on a table, then we rub it and then see if we can find anything in the pieces of dirt.
What are we looking for? Artifacts, that's right.
And the reason we're doing that is the house I told you about has survived to today, but none of the buildings that were part of the farm made it to today.
So instead of this just being a yard, it used to have buildings everywhere.
So archaeology is a great way to start to learn about where those buildings were, what they were made out of, and how people used them. So you'll get to be a small part of that today.
Over there, we're seeing what artifacts and what stuff was in the dirt.
All right, what is this again? What do y'all think that is?
Glass.
It's glass, right. What do you think this was part of?
A window.
A window? Okay, well, some of this might be a window, but if you look, it's kind of curved, and look, you got a brown piece too, so that's probably not a window. Okay, a bottle, right.
They'll make a souvenir brick that they get to keep as an artifact of their experience. It's hands-on history. We engage the students in experiences that we hope they'll remember because we get them involved.
It's fun to learn about Louisville's history.
Anime is a style of Japanese animation. Well, what does it have to do with our kids? Abby Munger visited Olmsted Academy North to see how the colorful graphics are used in school.
At Olmsted Academy North, they are learning about other nations' cultures through their interesting manga anime club.
The club meets on Thursdays after school from 2:30 to 4. The program encourages students to read and report on what they read, even though what they are reading is not what teachers most typically want students to be reading. The meetings begins with students discussing any new book or show they have found in the past week. Afterwards, students have the opportunity to present original drawings based on a character, book, or show of their choosing. Then after a 10 to 20 minute break, students work in partners to create and present a PowerPoint presentation on a manga that they have chosen. Once all the presentations are complete, the students watch an episode of Japanese anime with English subtitles. To close the meeting, students have time to relax, play games such as Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh!, or work on their PowerPoint presentation if theirs are due the next week. They also have a monthly contest where students submit their original drawings. Whichever drawing is voted as the best wins, and the artist of that drawing wins a t-shirt. Darius Harris, a participant in the art contest, tells us how they feel about it.
My favorite part about Anime Manga Club is that we get to show how much we love our animes and teach everybody else about it. And it just gives us a chance to communicate and show what we love.
Mr. Volker is a special needs science and math teacher at Olmsted Academy North. He is also the genius behind the Anime Manga Club.
I've wanted to do it basically since I came to school here. While I was a resident director at Campbellsville University, I got interested and got to hang out with a bunch of guys there doing it. And then I decided to start a club here last year. And we had about 15, 16 guys who stayed and had a lot of fun, and I had more time this year, so I decided why not, I'll do it again.
All in all, Olmsted Academy North's Anime Manga Club is a very unique program that allows kids to learn writing skills, people skills, and drawing skills.
Many teenagers have a fascination with cars. These students are turning their interest into a viable career. Cheyenne King has the story.
Getting a hands-on experience with cars is something most high schools don't have to offer.
But here at Southern High School, these students get a unique opportunity. Southern High School's automotive magnet gives students hands-on knowledge with actual cars. These students learn how to repair, tune up, paint, refinish, and inspect cars properly. These students also have the opportunity to work in a state-of-the-art mechanical facility.
You learn the basics of auto collision work, whether it be welding, painting, metal work.
Students in this program are prepared to be placed in successful positions in commercial collision repair. Students are also trained to be automotive technician specialists.
What I like about this class is that when we work on cars, we get to actually do the work. It's a lot of hands-on.
In this program, basically, we take wrecked cars and then we fix them back to what they should look like. We got to inspect them, and then when we return them back to the customers, we have to inspect them again to make sure that they know what their car looks like before they left here.
Don't go away. We've got a lot more stories about our kids coming up. Students from Manual and Fern Creek High Schools showcased their public speaking skills during a debate at a meeting of the Louisville Forum. Their topic, it's a controversial one, the use of deadly force.
We have the Wilson Wyatt Debate League champions for Jefferson County. Our students present either side of a debate topic based on a coin flip. Our first speaker is Kate Garrett. Kate was the recipient of the Wilson Wyatt League sweepstakes for the most varsity wins in the league. Kate will speak in favor of targeted killing.
I'd first like to define targeted killing.
Being invited to the Louisville Forum is a great opportunity for the reason that we can showcase the skills that we're learning in debate and hopefully gain some interest in the debate community and the Wilson Wyatt Debate League.
And I now stand open for cross-examination.
ADNAN was the 2010-2011 Kentucky High School Speech League Novice Lincoln Douglas State Champion. ADNAN is going to now cross-examine Kate.
If it is preemptive and a terrorist act has not occurred, how do we know they are a terrorist?
So at the Louisville Forum, we basically went and debated in front of whoever the audience was in that instance, and it was planned out, but usually it isn't, and it's more of that was more of a public speaking event than it was actual debate, but it was fun, it was interesting.
What is the standard or mechanism by which we determine whether or not a foreign policy tool is legitimate?
You weigh it to the alternatives. If it's not better than the alternatives, then you don't use it.
I've learned through debate, I've gotten a much better grasp on argumentation skills. So whenever I'm writing papers or essays, I can use those skills of argumentation.
It gives you more self-confidence in terms of speaking in front of people.
Now this does nothing to solve for the root cause of the problem of terrorism.
My public speaking has also improved based on that, so I think that will help me in future years because I'll be able to present clear arguments and articulate them well to people when I need to get a point across.
What is the standard or mechanism by which we determine
You learn a lot of oratorical skills and rhetorical skills in terms of speaking, but you also learn critical thinking and argumentation through it because as opposed to sitting in class and 30 minutes to do a timed writing, you only get 5 minutes in debate and you have to be quick on your feet.
I started debating in my freshman year of high school. I think I was interested in it because I've always been really interested in public speaking and in argumentation. So when I had that opportunity to join the debate team, I thought I might as well just give it a try.
It's never too early to start students thinking about their futures, so professionals ranging from psychologists to scuba divers visited Chancey Elementary to talk about their jobs.
Nurses can work in lots of different ways. So let's say I get tired of learning and working with the brain. Well, maybe I could go and learn about the heart and work with patients who have heart problems.
This is the culminating activity for our Career Awareness Week.
Wearing this just what I have right here, I can only go down 130 feet.
So the whole idea is that we have presenters from the community.
You can understand a lot of the language and the terminology, but when you're sitting down with, and I remember doing this, when you're sitting down with a couple, a married couple, I do marriage counseling too.
Mostly we have family members or friends of families that are students here who come and share their world of work with our students.
Did anybody notice in our video some of the places that you might have experienced Aramark that you didn't realize Aramark was there? Yes. Yes. At the Super Bowl.
All week, the teachers have been doing instructional lessons in their classroom that is focused on core, but can teach them about the world of work.
There's lots of different things you can do.
Our students are dressed up today in the outfits for the career profession that they would like to be when they grow up.
I have on my apron, and then I have my whisk, and then I have my chef hat on.
When I grow up, I want to be a hairstylist.
Well, I'm a fashion designer.
I want to be a chef, an executive chef, because I love to cook and I've been in the kitchen since I was 2. So that's what I like to do.
If you want to own your own hair shop, you have to learn how to do people's hair.
I would have to get an education from college, and I would have to use a lot of math in my career. Math is pretty much the main subject of the job that I would want to do.
This is the time to set the foundation for kids to start thinking, to begin to expose them to the world of work. We don't want them to think about it just when they're a senior in high school or when they're a junior in high school. We want them to think about it now.
I think it's kind of enjoyable because I would love to learn about a lot of careers, because I could make many different choices to be what I want to be when I grow up.
That's our show for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have an idea for a story, email us at this address. We'd love to hear from you. If you miss us here, you can find full episodes of Our Kids on YouTube. Until next time, keep supporting our kids.